Alright.
On commence.
Hell.
Okay, it's recording, guys.
Well, why wouldn't you use following as an all need to... Oh, it's recording.
On of a new day, where one could most possibly demonstrate his prowess.
One could ponder these notions for the decades to come and pass. Indeed, it had been some time before he had the least bit of fun like this. The sun-kissed skies gleamed with the natural brilliance on this autumn morning. Stray clouds wandering within the hemisphere. His chest puffed out, taking a large intake of air that passed within the breeze. The smell was familiar to him. Fresh earth and soil. A few hills strewn within the horizon. Mountains strangely structured in appearance. The male's cranium canted to the side. Follicles of dark locks fallen before his visage. The hem of his fringe passed his eye down to his cheek, which I'm imagining is sort of a tag team operation, like, you know how they build buildings, and they just sort of throw bricks to each other.
That's exactly how it works, yes.
Obscuring his facial composition to a degree. Around his form garbed his own fashion style. I'm not gonna hold back. That sentence doesn't make
Jack,
sense.
shut up. I will just...
I'm gonna
Jack.
do one more of these. I'm saving it for the quadruple wielding.
But garbed isn't even a verb, though, Shay. That's the thing.
Garbed is a verb.
Garbed is a verb, you idiot.
It's semantically valid. It just
I
doesn't make any sense.
just tried to mash retard and idiot together and it became ridiot. You're a ridiot.
You know what? Oh, I can't even kick you.
A white hoodie with black fur inlining, which even covered the inside and edges of his hood. Stepping forth, his ebony combat boots adorned his step, which was comfortable with every passing step. His black legging clung rather loosely against his appendages. His emerald eyes took a more odd look and appearance, blue mixing in with green in an inward fashion, with the pupil slit like cat's eye. Even with the black forelock, the male can still see in form clearly, as if it hadn't even impaired his vision at all. The male carried very few items with him, 4 of which had been 4 straight-edged Japanese kittens. I literally cannot comment. I can't not comment on the fact
You
that
literally just said 4 Japanese kittens.
He has 4 katanas. How many arms does he have? 2. 2 arms.
Well, just
I
in
know
case
this
he
because
loses,
has a left
too.
appendage and a right appendage.
I don't know why you carried 4. Wouldn't he just, like, stab the hell out of his ankles, too?
That made no
Well, no,
sense.
they're in like little holsters apparently.
Oh, okay.
But I guess maybe if he lost 2, like he did some crazy awesome double stab move, and then they just sort of broke off from the target, he'd be like,
Well,
oh,
clearly,
shit.
throwing your
Yes,
katanas at
yes,
people is kind of just something that people do, so...
Well, maybe
Yeah.
maybe if he has, like, a finisher that uses
His
all...
character's an unapologetic Mary Sue, but this is one where Mary Sues are done sort of right, because he's not like basically
He's not...
brilliant.
He doesn't have, like, super god powers. He's just a unit.
Okay,
Just
hang on a
goes
second,
for
guys.
force.
He has
I will be
super
back.
flashy powers,
Stop.
not super god powers. I've actually RP'd with him before.
Did you use that
There you
one
go.
more in that stab?
No, yeah,
Yeah,
I did.
I've lost every time, but that's just because I'm shitty.
I wanna make sure.
Oh.
In any case,
And it went from screaming downstairs.
Okay, well, I'm gonna get a drink and get drunk, because I live a horribly broken leg.
4 of which had been 4 straight-edged Japanese katanas, which rested soundly against his hips, his lips, carried upon frivolous seeds of mountain dew. The scent of fresh grass flooded the air. I don't get why plotted would be used here, but each breath of fresh take upon the life happening on around his form. The male brought his left appendage up, forefinger and thumb placed flat against his chin whilst in deep thought. How to start off this day of destructive capability. That is a lovely
Cross
sentence.
my house.
What did you just say, Neil?
That wasn't badly constructed, John. It just sounds super villainish. How How do I start off this day of destructive capabilities?
I believe that was the point, Jack.
I know, but like it's like he's had his. Imagine Bowser. He's had his coffee. He has gotten dressed, and he's like, "How do I start off this day of destructive capabilities?"
He puts on his
Or
top
Justin.
hat and his fake mustache is all curly on the end, and his cape. When he gets on the mountain and there's lightning, and then he says, cackling and laughing with his and twirling his fingers, "How do I start off this day of destructive capabilities?" And then he goes and burns down.
Or just stuck in another realm of deep thinking. Oh, so the narrator's theorizing on what he's thinking. So
Yeah. Duh.
or just stuck in another realm of deep thinking. Nightmare 1 could imply that, or Nightmare 1, Nightmare 1, I'm assuming that's a title, could imply the notions of hesitation wait, this isn't John's fault. This is someone else that wrote this. I think anyway, like Silver Frost is presumably not John.
No, John is Riku Kaiser Nightmare. That's his RP name.
Then we're just gonna stop at Nightmare Frost, or Silver Frost, because that's not John anymore. Or just stuck in another realm of deep thinking. Nightmare 1 could imply the notions of hesitation seemingly drawn out, but this ruse was simply apparent, for he had not yet made up his mind on how to begin. Okay, so we're skipping the Silver Frost things.
Okay, yeah, because he's RPing with somebody else. Does it get worse or better?
Entangled within the confines of the darkness. Slumbering within its case was one of the blades decorated in 3 colors, black, red, and silver. Along the scabbard's length, the clan name he had taken for so long, for years, All Stars with a Z. I don't get that. I realize that that's an actual RP name, but God, how can you take that name seriously?
All Stars?
All Stars. All Stars with a Z. With a soft nod, he shifted his legs to spread them apart.
What?
His right hand coming down, take the blade within hand. The thumb applying pressure to a single point upon the blade's guard. Now that's actually smart. That's legitimate move. That's what's known as the kill stance or whatever. Not so smart when you're using a full-length blade, but when you're using something like a knife, it's really good.
Okay.
And I guess Riku Kaiser Nightmare has taken special training to use swords as knives. The thumb applying pressure to a single point upon the blade's guard, relinquishing the blade from its deep perpetual slumber. His lips parted forth to speak.
Neil, shut up, or I will kick you.
Scream and lay waste to those, Nightmare. His arm moved, casting an arch skyward. An explosion of energy ensued, azure flames burning to the skies around its original point, his body, releasing such levels of energy that began to alter his appearance. The ground began to roar and shake with the energies that became present, materializing out of thin air gauntlets of black and orange that were more demonic looking. It coiled about his elbow to the male's fingertips, his white sweat suddenly being wrapped with orange buckles that materialized with those gauntlets that adorned his appendages. They clipped together around his form, erratically encasing him, snared up in a type of fabricated armor. His leggings were also tortured with the straps that ran down only his left leg. Over the other was a rather angelic, silver-plated piece of armor, now Rev Black Burner. Now, this is why I'm not actually going all out and saying this is an awful character, because this is no worse than like a JRPG thing. I can definitely see Riku Kaiser Nightmare as being like a late game character in a Final Fantasy game. This is a special move.
He has a special move?
This is it.
Ooh, where was that? I couldn't see. Where are you?
I'm at now Rev Black Burner.
Oh my god, what? There's so many letter N's in this. Sorry.
There are so many letter N's, just like there are so many letter T's and like S's and like
Look.
all the other letters of the alphabet.
Look, I put in Control S and then I put in N, and that was like the big one.
Ah! Sorry.
Those straps around his form were suddenly set ablaze with the flames that he housed. His eyes thus began to alter in appearance, left still remaining teal and right pure amber. The boy's bangs dyed white, the rest of his hair still black. The fringe itself was placed over it, and lost that black shade. His skin becoming more and more pale, a roar trespassed his lips. With the energies dying down, he glared off to that new foe, Silver. Those other blades jerked out of their sheath. Gravity literally took... Oh, I get why he needs four katanas.
Oh, you just proved yourself such an asshole!
He's using them for telekinesis, which is...
Using them for telekinesis?
Awesome.
That was poorly worded, Jack.
His eyes were slit, glowing with the utmost radiance.
E.
So this is...
Hey, look, John posted. He wrote XDDDDDD. I
What?
think he's happy.
Oh, I did not
I don't
see
think
that.
I want to read anymore. Not because... Oh, wait, there's only a little bit left. Murderous eyes traversed up heavenwards whilst those blades returned to his sides, levitating with the field of gravitational forces. Bullets flew in volleys, each single one halted with those forces of universal law. They dropped, and his blades sheathed themselves once that field in the crevices halted. Has the internet shut down yet? I gotta go plead for some more time.
You have to go plead for more time?
Yeah, cut this part out. Dad,
okay.
I'm in the middle of reading something. I need a little bit more time. I realize it's 11 o'clock.
Beep, beep, beep.
They dropped, and his blades sheathed themselves once that field in the crevices halted altogether. His hand even came down.
Wait, guys, stop!
It,
Stop. She mentioned Fus Roda.
Who?
What the hell?
Who?
No, wait.
Your
No.
mom.
This is his part. This is his part. He mentions Fus Roda. Punched towards Silver, much like Fus Roda of Skyrim's premium Dragonborn.
oh my god.
Jonathan.
Oh my god.
Where? Oh my god.
John.
Oh.
John.
Let me.
I love you
I'm
so much. You don't even
God.
know.
Oh my
I
god.
actually just died inside.
Oh,
I like how one of you is like dying
Just
and
like-
happy, and the other one is
Let's
dying
be-
in just pain.
Dude, no, that's like a totally. It's like inside joke, in joke, guys. That's
death and destruction.
just. That's funny.
On one hand, I know it's an inside joke. On the other, I'm super upset that he didn't actually describe it. I freaking love John's prose.
I love
I don't
this kid.
like it because I make fun of it so much, but it sounds like something you would find in the Old Testament. The weird stuff. It's not
I'm
proper,
such a terrible
but
writer.
it's good.
I don't even know what a prose is. What's a prose?
I think we can stop recording now because I have lost my place.
Okay.
Wait,
Okay.
you gotta answer that question because I don't know how to write.
Prose. It's the opposite. It's the opposite of poetry.